Hi Gemini, welcome to your Sealing the Timeline reading. There's an astrological event taking place as we speak, and come September 14th, a door will be closed or something like that. Whatever energies that we have with us at that time will carry forward with us for the next 12 years. So, with that said, when I learned of this, I did my own reading to see what energies I possibly should consider about, working on, maybe that I hadn't been addressing. And it's pretty powerful reading. So I felt like I should do the same for you guys. I am not an astrologer by any means. So I have put a link in the description that explains this astrological event to you. Please check it out. Right now, we're going to be concerned with what does Spirit want you to know, or what does Spirit want you to consider when it comes to walking into this new timeline. So right now I'm going to ask God, guides, our angels, our archangels, and our Holy Spirit to please give us clear and concise information about what energies we should consider in the areas of love, money, family, friends, and co-worker relationships, and health and wellness. What should we consider as for moving into this next timeline in alignment with our highest and best self? And thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation in these messages. Okay, specifically, I have pre-shuffled a while ago, but specifically we want to know right now for you, Gemini, what do you need to consider in the area of love, romantic love? This is romantic love. What energy should you consider as you prepare to move into this next cycle that will last 12 years in regard to love? And they're giving you triumph. That's exciting. And in regard to money, mental conflict, and in regard to family, friend, and co-worker relationships, they're giving you truth. And in regard to health and wellness, they're giving you partnerships and alliances. Okay, so now we're going to ask them to clarify this for us. We're going to go through and get 3 clarifiers on each energy to find out exactly what it is that Spirit's trying to say to us. God, angels, archangels, guides, and Holy Spirit, we thank you so much for these messages, and we thank you for the ability to give us clarification. We ask you, what is triumph doing in the love category for Gemini? Show us, what is it that triumph is doing in this category of love for Gemini as it relates to this new cycle opening up for the next 12 years. And they're giving us 2 of spring, 3 of winter, and the Hermit. Okay, in regard to money, we've got mental conflict. Show us, why are you showing mental conflict in the money department? Show us, why is mental conflict in the money category for Gemini? And we're getting Queen of Summer. And we're getting 5 of Autumn. And we're getting King of Winter. That's you showing up in this reading, by the way, Gemini. Okay, in regard to family, friends, and co-worker relationships, show us, why is truth showing up? What is it about our truth energy that's showing up in family, friends, and co-worker relationships? Give us clarification. Show us why that's there. Okay. We're getting Prince of Spring. And we're getting the Emperor. And we're getting the Star. And in regard to health and wellness, show us why you have partnerships and alliances. What is it that about partnerships and alliances that Gemini should consider as we move into this cycle that's going to last 12 years? What energy should we consider addressing in regard to health and wellness? Why is partnership and alliances there? And you're getting 8 of winter, 6 of winter, and 6 of autumn. Okay, now I'm going to put on my handy dandy glasses and we're going to dig into this message and see what it is that they want to say to you. Okay, so they're giving you triumph in the area of love. Okay, so in this particular card, it is the fellow is moving forward. It's like the Chariot card. He's moving forward. He's moving fast. He's determined. He's focused. He knows where he's headed, and he's moving at breakneck speed almost. And he's got this energy of the light behind him, which tells me that that he is being backed by the universe, being backed by God and the angels and the archangels and all that spirit team in whatever this endeavor is. And he's carrying this red flag, and red obviously is a symbol for love, and this is showing up in the love category. So we also got, first of all, 2 of spring, and it says that a bright future can be manifested through hard work, to partner with others who share your dreams. Okay, Gemini, so is it possible that Spirit's asking you to take the next step, to come forward with that offer of love, to think about it at least, to think about moving in that direction? The 3 of winter, it's telling me that there's been heartbreak. There has been heartbreak in your life, and you're still holding on to it. And as long as you're holding on to it, you're not going to be able to move forward in this category. So they're asking you to release this heartbreak. Here's you holding on to the heartbreak, holding on to not necessarily the relationship, but the pain that it caused you. You're holding on to it. And because you're holding on to it, your heart is like guarded. And they can't, it's like Spirit can't minister to you in the way that you need to be ministered to when you're holding on so tight. See, there's nothing that they can put in my hands right now. But when I let it go, when I release it, because it doesn't serve me to hang on to it. So whenever I release it, my hand is now open, and the universe can put whatever it wants into my hand. So they're asking you to consider letting go of the heartache that you've been carrying with you for a while now. And they're saying that one of the ways, one of the action steps you can take to be able to do this is to go into yourself. Go into yourself, do the inner work, open up your heart at least for a few minutes a day, and let them minister to you. Get all the noise of the day out of your head. Get all the thoughts of whatever that pain was out of your head. Just get quiet, get still, get within yourself, and let them help you heal yourself. Start that inner work process, because it looks like down the road there's something pretty important that they're going to want you to move forward to. So now, Cheryl, I can't get all that work done in 2 weeks. You know what? I can't get rid of that energy in 2 weeks. No, but what you can do is flip the switch and make a commitment to yourself that you're going to do it, and put in a concerted effort. Work on it daily, because you don't want the heartache and the pain to follow you into the next 12 years. Who wants that? Gemini, I know you don't want that. Okay, so with love, in the category of love, it looks to me like they're saying to you, Gemini, release the pain, release the heartache, let it go, because you don't want to carry it with you over the next 12 years. So in your money house, you're getting mental conflict. Okay, so mental conflict is the same as the Five of Swords. And the swords are all about communication and intellectual things, mind things. We play with ourselves. We talk to ourselves. We are constantly badgering ourselves about we second guess our decisions. We second guess our choices. We second guess all kinds of things. So basically what they're saying is this is something they want to address with you, especially in your money house, especially as it relates to your money. They're saying that you're a very loving person, you're comforting, you're emotionally intelligent, you're intuitive. They want you to listen to your heart more. They also want you to trust your intuitive insights. And whenever it comes to taking care of other people, sometimes you can go overboard with your money. You can give too much. You can take your own money and give it knowing that it's going to put you in a bind, but you give it anyway. Okay? This is something that they want you to consider as you move forward, because it's okay to help people. It is so okay to help people, but it's not okay to help them to your own detriment, okay? Because whenever we do that, we cause ourselves to not only question ourselves, but sometimes we even start to resent the other person that we helped. And they didn't force you to help them. You know, we do it. We help somebody, and then whenever it puts us short, it's like we start to resent them. That's not fair. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to you. It's not fair to your mind to do that to yourself. So be kind, be considerate, be loving, but trust your heart. And whenever your heart tells you, hey, if you do this, toward the end of the month, you're not going to be able to blah, blah, blah. So listen to that thought. Listen, that is not just some selfish thought that you're having. That is your intuition speaking to you about your budget. Your intuition's practical. It's not just spiritual things. Your intuition's there to lead you through the practical things of this day-to-day life. The Five of Autumn. You know, you may be in a position right now where you're struggling financially anyway because you have given so much to others, okay? They're asking you, excuse me, they're asking you to change that mindset. Don't feel like you're a victim in this situation. Take responsibility for the things that you did that have put you in this situation, the choices you've made, the decisions you've made, all those things. Take responsibility for that yourself, because truly the actions that you've taken, the choices that you've made, or where you are right now is the result of all that, okay? So they're wanting you to get rid of this mentality, get rid of this this idea that you're in a place where you are, that where you are right now financially is out of your control, that you've done everything possible you could think of to do. Because even if that's the case, that somewhere along the way, a choice that you made still caused this. There's something called the law of cause and effect. So don't allow yourself to put the blame on other people, okay? Take responsibility for where you are. King of Winter. Knowledgeable, you're experienced, you're fair-minded, and for the most part, Gemini, you are unemotional. This is about you. This is you showing up in your own reading. So it's asking you to get advice. Get advice from a professional in the field of money, or find somebody that you look up to that manages their money well, and ask them, you know, hey, what do you do when so-and-so calls you and says, hey, I need blah, blah, blah? Or what do you do? You know, how do you handle those situations? Talk it out with somebody who knows, somebody who's financial savvy you admire, okay? Also, the other thing is, it says something about public speaking. So maybe one day you're going to be out there and talking to younger people about, you know, managing their money, or even older people about managing their money. But the other thing is unconditional relationships and unemotional attachments. You know, you want to be able to love people no matter what. And when it comes to money, money is that one thing that can ruin a relationship quicker than anything else. Your friends, your siblings, your parents, your kids, you know, you do something for somebody because you want to help, because you love them. For whatever reason, you know, they don't reciprocate, they don't ever pay it back. That something happens and it causes a rift within yours and their relationship. So when in the future, when you're ready to do this, when you're ready to help somebody for your own mental stability in regard to your money, in your mind, when you give it with the idea that you're never going to get it back. That way, not in a negative way, just in a way that before you loan money, decide, can I do without this money? Because if somebody says, hey, can you loan me this money until the 10th of the month whenever I get paid, and on the 10th I'll pay you back. And you think, well, my car note's not due till the 15th. Okay, yeah, I can do that. And then the 10th comes around and, oh man, I can't pay you. My tire blew out. And I ended up having to replace a tire. So now what about your car note? You know, what I'm saying is things like this happen. They happen every day. And whether the tire actually blew out or not, it's the excuse they use. So before you loan money, decide, can I live comfortably without this money in my experience for the rest of this month, or for however long? You know, you have to decide. You have to make that decision. Okay? And whenever you do that, whenever you stop giving when you don't have it, and whenever you stop blaming other people and their circumstances for your financial challenges, and whenever you stop giving money that you're going to need down the road, these mental conflicts go away. So they're asking you to flip a switch. Flip that switch when it comes to money and how you handle your money and how you interact with other people and your money. Okay, got it? So, with regard to family, friends, and coworkers, you have truth. Okay, and I'm looking at these other cards and I'm thinking, because you also have the Prince of Spring. The Prince of Spring is charming, self-confident, passionate, restless. You're very passionate about these relationships. So this truth, this person looking out at the truth, she's not just considering herself, she is considering her own truth, but she's considering it with the assistance of her guides, her angels, her archangels, her spirit guides, God, her ancestors. She's looking to them for the truth of not only who she is, but what is her place in this this tribe she finds herself in, with her friends, with her family, with her coworkers. What is her place? Well, her place is to bring passion and excitement into everybody's life. She's a leader in her family. You've got the Emperor here. This is a leader, and again, this is family relationships, friend relationships, or coworker relationships. But people look up to her, and this is not gender specific. This is a her, this is a him. I'm still saying her, even though I'm talking about him. So it's not just flip them, you know. But he's passionate about life and the way he treats people and the way he moves through life. He leads with his heart. He's very, very astute. He's very, very confident in who he is. And he's no nonsensical, but he's still very compassionate, okay? And the Star. This person looks to the future with hope and optimism. So again, whether if you're having a few little blinks here and there with your family, and for some reason I almost feel like that really those relationships are good for some reason. Even though this is about, maybe you have certain areas where you help people too much or whatever. For the most part, these relationships are good. And in the other parts, even if you stop loaning that one family member or that one friend money, even if you stop loaning them money, they may be mad at you for a little while, but when they really settle down, they'll come back and look at you as the leader. That what you did was the most compassionate thing anybody could have ever done for them. Because what happens is, whenever you as a leader, as the one that they turn to, finally cuts that apron string, then they have to figure it out for themselves. Once they figure it out for themselves, they get confidence in who they are and their ability to handle things themselves. So in that way, you become a leader in this tribe, whether it's family, friends, or co-workers. You become somebody that that not only people look up to, but that they admire because you helped so-and-so by doing, even if it was by withdrawing help. Does that make sense? We can overhelp people. We can help people to the point that we enable them. And this is not what you want to do in life. You don't want to enable people. You want to help them to grow and stand on their own 2 feet. And you're that leader. You're that leader in this whole situation. That's why they come to you already. Okay? So perhaps they're asking you to tweak just a little bit so that you can empower people instead of enabling them. Okay, with health and wellness, you have partnership and alliances. And it looks like, that whether it's in your physical activity or the way that you eat or anything like that, they're saying you're not trapped. And it could be in regard to this mental health, because health and wellness is about physical health, mental health, and emotional health, or spiritual health. So it could be about this mental conflict that you're playing with yourself. You're not trapped. You're not somebody who can't take care of this situation. You can definitely take care of this situation. This person is on an iceberg that has slipped away from the sidewalk, so she feels trapped. But if you look around, this is more like a park. So this is likely one of those little wishing ponds, right? All she has to do is step off of it and walk there. And it may be uncomfortable just for a minute while she's walking there because it looks kind of cold. But you know what? She can handle it. She's not trapped. And that's what they're wanting to tell you. The Six of Winter is the same as the Six of Swords. They're wanting to move you on to smoother waters in your health and wellness. And it could be in your mental health. That's why they're saying partnerships and alliances. They're wanting to move you towards more like-minded people, people who are more in line with who you are and who you choose to be and how you choose to present yourself as time goes on. And they know that you're generous. You are a very generous person, and they want you to continue to be able to be generous. So this is going to be important to flip this switch in your money house so that you will be able to give generously, not only with a good heart, but without it messing with your mind. Okay? All right, we're going to get a little PS, and we're going to call it a reading, Gemini. I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the likes, the subscribes, the comments, all that stuff. I'm really blown away by what I see here. And we're going to get one quick message from God, our guides, and our angels, and our archangels, and we are in the Holy Spirit, and we're going to be done. P.S. Gemini. The universe wants to say the following. Okay. Don't forget about the links in the description. They're all informational links. I'm not selling anything to you through those links. The Page of Swords. Cut to the truth about who you are and how you're going to present yourself in the world. You've got this. You have something to say, you've got something to communicate, and you've got something to offer. Okay? So cut to the chase with all that. Don't miss opportunities that the universe has for you because you're so bogged up in your mind that you can't see the opportunities that the universe has for you. Whenever we get so bogged up in our mind about the little ankle-biting bitterness, the little ankle-biting resentment and stuff like that, when we get bogged up in our mind like that, we miss opportunities that the universe has for us. So they're asking you to flip that switch. And then finally you have, hey, it's your time. It's your time, Gemini, to rise and shine. This is the Judgment card. It's your time to rise and shine and walk into that position, that leadership position that the universe has waiting for you on the other side of that cycle. So, but to get there, you have to release some of this self-sabotaging talk, some of that self-sabotaging thought, and all that stuff. Okay, Gemini, I thank you so much for stopping in. Have a super, super day. Bye.